Do you ever accidentally say something or write something that is more profound than you intended? So, a mistake that a Freudian slip shows you what you're really thinking. For a second, your conscious mind just kind of blanks out and the truth comes out. It just happened to me, and I think it's important to pay attention to. Um, it reveals something about you. It reveals something about me that I didn't expect. And since we all have blind spots, this is God's way of showing us that blind spot. So pay attention. So I was just reading, like Mark chapter 8, Jesus is talking to the disciples. Like, who do people say I am? People, and they're saying, well, they think you're a prophet raised from the dead. They think you're a holy man. But then Jesus asked, well, who do you say I am? And I felt that that's a very important question for us to ask today as Christians, as believers, as, quote, followers of Jesus. What are we showing and what are we doing? What are we believing? Are we believing what the world is saying? Are we believing what Jesus says about himself? Are we believing some sort of mix? Are we really believing what we say we're believing? Like, is it such a part of our lives that we are acting it out, that we are doing what we say we believe? Like, I think it's important to look at all this. What are social media, your friends, your people at work, who did they say Jesus is? And even look at the church. Who is your church saying that Jesus is? Who does the Bible say Jesus is? Who does Jesus say he is? Who do I say Jesus is? Look at my speech, my behavior, my actions. Look at what I do. To look at what I do to understand what I believe. Look at what I do to know who I am. That it's not always something fun to do. It's not something to hide from. It's something to appreciate. And man, I'm really the hypocrite. Like say one thing, but I don't really live it out. I don't do it. I don't. Like the book of James always gets me. Like, faith is not just in word and what you say, but it's what you do. If somebody comes to you for help and you say, hey, well, I hope and pray that you'll be blessed, good luck. Instead of saying, okay, well, here's $20. Or, let me take 5 minutes, 30 minutes out of my day and sit and listen to you. What is going on in your life? Please share your story. Let me just hear you out. It can be more valuable than anything. People want to know that they're loved, that they're accepted, that that they're worthy of another person's time. And so what do our actions say about Jesus? So I was writing Mark chapter 8, verse 29. Who do you say I am? So I'm writing a note. I write it in the front of my Bible, just important things that speak to me. And so I'm writing down, who do I say Jesus is? And then I intend to write down, who do my actions say Jesus is? Who do I by my actions demonstrate who Jesus is? But who do I demonstrate to people that Jesus is? By my actions. How does what I do come across? What do my actions show about what I claim to believe? Does my life reflect my words? But then I accidentally wrote down, who do I demonstrate people are? Instead of, who do I demonstrate who Jesus is? Or who do I demonstrate? Who do I demonstrate to people who Jesus is? I wrote down, who do I demonstrate people are? What do my actions show about the priority I place on people, on their opinions of me, on the time that I give to people? And really, that mishap of, who do I demonstrate who people are? It reflects the power that I give to other people. Like, meaning, in my life, I seek approval of other people to believe that I am worthy. which I do, you know. I don't think I'm supposed to. And I would tell somebody else, don't necessarily listen to other people about your dreams, like your dreams, your goals, your calling that God, your purpose that God has given you. It's not dependent on what other people think. Like, God has given you that purpose. God made you for a purpose, and that is yours and yours alone. Other people aren't going to see that. Other people aren't going to understand. Other people, they're not going to believe it's possible. And that's just how it works. They see what's possible for them, and you see what's possible for you. It's always, you go back and forth. It's good to get advice. Yeah, other people will see things that you don't see, good or bad. People will see a way. People bring different education and knowledge and wisdom with them that they'll be able to see, a blind spot that you can't see. They'll be able to see an obstacle that you can't see, or that you're not accepting, or whatever, willing to see that it's there. They'll see an obstacle or an issue that you won't see, but that doesn't mean your purpose, your calling, your dream is a bad one or not possible. There's always a solution. It is just, kind of God's gift of saying, hey, look, there's this problem. You're going to have to face it, have to deal with it. I just want to let you know about it. But these people in your life, they're loving, and they want the best, they want the most comfortable life for you. And in, this society today, it's, get a regular 9-to-5 job, make money, it's reliable, it's dependable, 401k. Work till you can afford to retire, or it's kind of work until your work isn't productive enough and the company wants you out of there. Kind of either way you want to look at it. But that's normal, that's expected. It's what we've been taught for the past 100 years. So, follow your dream, but take advice with a grain of salt. Make sure your advice that you hear, if you accept advice, is coming from the right people. And pay attention to who you demonstrate people are by your actions. What do your actions say about the priority you put on other people's opinion? Is that person's acceptance the utmost importance to you, or is it God's approval. Sounds kind of weird. God approves, God disapproves. But are you more concerned with people saying, hey, I like you for being just what I expect you to be, in that small group of friends that you have? Or is it more important, one, to impact a ton of people and to really improve their lives, even if a few people say, hey, well, that's not what I expected from you, and I don't support that, but 200 times more people say, I'm so appreciative of what you're doing. And then God comes to you and says, well done. Well done. The God of all the universe that made everything comes to you and say, you did it. You fulfilled your purpose. You worked hard. You worked in the right areas. You paid attention to who you are. You paid attention to who God made you to be, and you fulfilled your purpose. Good job. Well done. You fulfilled your purpose. It feels good even to say. I think we should say that more often. Like, look in the mirror. Well done. You are fulfilling your purpose. Well done. These trials, these hardships, they didn't go to waste. You were able to learn through the situations you were placed in. So don't stop being who God made you to be. Don't ignore your call, trying to get the approval of people. You can never get the approval of everybody. But you can get the approval of the most important person, of Jesus. You're accepted already. You are so accepted just the way you are. You don't have to change anything. And then when you're accepted, when you know that you're accepted by God, by the person who made you, you're accepted by Jesus, who went to the cross to suffer for you, so you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to suffer the hardest suffering. Knowing that you're accepted, knowing that you were made for a purpose, and knowing that God has your back, it frees us to do the thing that God made us to do the thing that fulfills us, to do the thing that fills our heart with joy and excitement and energy. It frees us. It frees us to live our best life in a way that we don't need to numb out or turn off. We are free to seek that adventure of life, that excitement, to do the things that produce the greatest joy. Which is giving and serving others. make sure you pay attention to your slips, your Freudian slips, your truth that reveals itself. Pay attention to those little mishaps. And take the time to address what those little mishaps say, what they expose, and what you need to do about it. How do you need to adjust your life so that your words and actions line up? Always make sure to share your story with somebody. Share your story. Record it, send it in. UnitedUnderGod.org. Let your story help somebody else. Thanks for your time. God bless.